and divide us ourselves.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
I can't be canceled, there's no way that you can stop me. I'm fully independent, there's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors, let me help you with some. Yeah. I'm a racist, I'm a sexist, I'm in love with Donald Trump. Y'all can't cancel me, my life is scandal free. There ain't no sponsors taking losses cause the brand is me. My hands are clean, my family and my fans agree. Y'all can't cancel me for facts because you're mad and weak. Go ahead and tell the world I'm ugly and racist. I braid my hair and I don't care about cultural appropriation. I lived in the ghetto, lived in South Central, there's no Caucasians. And still I loved every single one of my neighbors. How's a man say I'm clickbait if he gonna use this face to get clicks on his page? Y'all hypocrites are bitch made. But I ain't tripping about these bullies, it ain't 6th grade. Go ahead and diss me trying to sell a couple mixtapes. I'm not afraid, take my face and my name, paste it on the front page. I'm already famous and you'll never change it by hating or claiming you'll take it away. My grind wicked, write my rhymes different. You can try to quantify defying limits as a dying gimmick and denying winning. This is pure fire, this ain't white privilege. I do what I want, get all the Gucci and Louis Vuitton out of my closet, out of my crib. I do not want it, that is for kids, that is for rappers who ask you to produce their beats for free, pretending online like they rich. I am not playing it safe, I said what I said, it is what it is.
I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm an asshole. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
Everybody knows my name, from local folks to global fame. I'm vocal about the social justice movements. I expose the fakes, turn rappers into ghosts and graves. Make no mistake, they bones will break. I'll throw them in the wolf enclosure, slowly turn and close the cage. Acres full of sheep, you know that I'm the only goat. I'm great, they spoke my name to mostly hate. I don't complain, I'm woke, I wait. A total focus soldier, wrote the art of war, know every page. I'm numb to all the dumbness, smoke tobacco laced with Novocaine. I won't behave, I stoke the flames. I'll choke their throats with golden chains. Use vocal cords as skipping ropes and jump till I am soaked in brains. From open plains to coastal waves to solar rays in open space. Can't find nobody doper unless you poke your veins and snort cocaine. Whoa, y'all can't cancel me. Just get mad that I'm the man until you smash the screen. Like whoa, I can handle heat. I walk through hell in open sandals drinking gasoline. Yeah, I could've been a star, could've had a mansion and a car, and a Grammy album on the charts. I'm a savage, Randy with the bars. I don't rap about Xanax, goddamn it, can't cancel facts. We need answers, championing trash to the masses actually massively damages, yeah. Keep trying to cancel me, yeah. I own the masters, so yeah. I make the beats, I write the songs, I own the cameras, yeah. I could've been famous, done my music down till it's basic, get it on the hottest Spotify playlist, modify my catalog and go mainstream, yeah. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm an asshole. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
Day, ma'am and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. Where the heck have we been? Is that the question you ask? Well, we're going to catch you up, and that's a heck of a task. A house fire, a new champion, holiday dinner, a road trip. This last week has been an insanity blast. No shit. But we're back, and we're ready, and we've got quite a bit to unpack. So sit back for a quick laugh, maybe let it zigzag, because it's Pat. And as sure as aliens' boners may one day be spotted on Uranus, I've got that motherfucker, Tommy Washington, here with me. Tommy, what's been up, man? How are you doing?
All right, I don't get this meme you sent me.
Okay, so the
Oh,
meme
it's a
that I
fucking
sent you,
dog. Oh, I got
yeah,
it.
how crazy is that? The
Oh,
meme I
funny.
sent Tommy, if anybody wants it, shoot me a message. But it looks like a guy running into the woods, and all it says is, "This is not a guy running into the woods," and it's actually a dog running out of the woods. But it's the craziest mind trip, right?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good.
I loved it.
Pat, what's up, man? I feel like we haven't done this in 2 weeks.
Oh boy, there's so much that's up. We're gonna break this show into a couple parts. We're thinking because it's gonna be long, and then you guys will be less angry at us for not putting out shows, 4 in a row to be exact. Mostly a joint faulting, some on my end, some on your end. Why'd you look at me like that?
I don't think any of it was on my end.
Tom, there were multiple shows where you just kept pushing. Last Monday I was ready to do a show and you said, do you want to just skip it and we'll do Wednesday? And I said, sure. And
Because
then
it's-
Wednesday you said, do you want to just do Sunday? We've already missed 3.
Well, that was because you were super late on Wednesday. I was super tired. I was ready to go for 7:30. We were not going to start by 7:30. There was no way.
Yeah, so you can see how that's on both of us.
100% on you. I was the one running late. Last Sunday, I was ready to do a show, and then mysteriously, before you went on vacation, you had a fucking house fire that you didn't tell me about. So you canceled that one, even though you could have came right to my house and done it. The day before Thanksgiving, you bailed. The Sunday before, you bailed.
Nope,
Yeah,
the day
it's
before
all-
Thanksgiving, I'll read the text message. The day before Thanksgiving, I said, I can absolutely do the show. I could probably even get one of my brothers on. I said it would be a lot, but I can get it done. And you said,
Yeah,
you want
because
to just do
you-
it Sunday?
Because you said it was going to be a lot, so I didn't want to inconvenience you. You were on vacation.
But you can see that I was willing to do the show.
Yeah,
And
but
then Sunday, I had just gotten back from Virginia, man. I was all I said was, we're going to have to do it late as fuck.
no, you called me at 5:30 and said, "Hey, I can't do the podcast from my house because I had an electrical fire." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh, yeah, I
Pat?
know that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's
again,
great that
honestly,
I
was my
didn't
fault.
tell you about the house fire because when I was calling you, I was like, he's never going to believe my house was on fire. Like, he's not going to buy that for a second. It happened over a week ago.
I still don't. As far
We're
as
going
I'm
to get that
concerned,
story, buddy. We're
as-
going to have that whole story and
as,
Mr. Decker helping me out.
as far as I'm concerned, it didn't happen.
Before we get into what's been going on, let's jump into mail time, man.
All right, let's jump into mail time. I'm not even going to change the screen for this because we only have. I don't even know if I'm going to play the fucking jingle. It's only one thing.
Wait, are you not going to pull up Erica's thing?
Erica sent something.
Yeah, it's highlighted both in green and yellow under mail time.
Let's see. Panacomic. I got that.
It's the coach. She sent us a video of a coach that's just ridiculously hard on his players, and it's funny as fuck.
Let's see here. Let's see if I can get this pulled up.
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh my god, it's so
Dude,
good.
if I watched everything that Erica sent me,
I do. I don't watch it right away, but eventually I get to it. I know that when Erica sends the stuff, it's going to be funny as fuck, so I make the effort.
all right. All right, we'll get this pulled up. Hold on 1 second.
While Tom's pulling that up, are we paused?
Yeah, we're paused for that.
Oh, then never mind.
I was up for this. Remember when I said
What?
I didn't?
Why'd you say half a sentence?
Because I'm watching. There's something on the news and it says Ronnie Lott injured his pinky finger, and I'm like, Ronnie Lott has played football in fucking 10 years, or probably longer than that.
Probably not going to affect any of your bets then.
Probably not. Okay, so we got a couple issues.
Dude, you deserve
Can you hear that?
to have.
No,
Okay.
but I can pull it up on my end. I can
Hold
just
on,
watch
hold
the
on,
video on
hold
my phone.
Hold on. Anything going on in that chat?
I'm going to be honest. I can't really see. There's a lot of the font is white. Could you change the font to like a really bright color?
I thought I did, and it didn't take, apparently.
Maybe even red. Look like blood in the snow.
I wanted it to be black, because that would make the most sense.
Well, there's a lot of black in the background too. Like in between the trees.
Did it change anything there?
Not yet.
This fucking thing. Bum, 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 bum.
I like how it says on the side there, you've clearly made some notes. And it says from Erica Little League coach. And then you didn't put it into the fucking thing. I don't even know how you make the notes over there.
That wasn't me, that was you, bro. The thing did it on its own.
That's crazy when we put links in.
The whole thing is on the side there.
Yeah.
That's new.
That's awesome.
Alright, I can't fix the chat. So you're kind of fucking beat
Okay.
right now.
Again,
I
I
don't
can
know
just
why
watch
it's
it.
not. I don't know why it's not working, but
It
whatever.
says under it like it's
no, I'm saying
got
I
the
can't.
words under
I
it.
said I can't fix the chat.
Oh, okay.
So you're kind of beat there, but I can fix the video. Just un no mas.
Pretty cold in my basement. I like it.
Eggs thrown at you for that performance.
Oh, I know why you can't hear it. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Can you hear me, Patrick? Can you hear me, Patrick?
Yes.
Do you hear yourself talking back to yourself, Patrick?
I sure do.
That's
Not
okay.
anymore.
I didn't change anything.
I heard me say yeah, but then I didn't hear anything after that. Like now I can't hear me.
Okay, that's good. Can you hear this?
Like brick-shaped eggs that are actually like
Yes.
made of.
Okay, good. We fixed that. Now let's just double check this. Say something, Patrick.
Something, Patrick.
Brick. You
Perfect. All right, fixed it all.
We're gonna have to introduce the video so people know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a mail time. Just let me get this back to normal. Hopefully nobody's watching this live because this is a fucking shit show. All right, Pat. So in our short hiatus, we've gotten a couple things in mail. The first thing I'm going to throw out there is our boy Panachronic. He left a comment in the last YouTube video.
Episode 122, Cheese Dick.
He said GDI, Tom. I don't know what GDI means, but
I don't either.
you weird motherfucker talking about wanting to see Ryan Reynolds naked and then changing your mind to Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I was with you until you changed your mind. LOL.
That's Gal Gadot plays the bishop in that new movie Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds and The Rock we were talking about on the last episode.
GDI.
For the record, you know how I may or may not have a thing for Jax Teller, and you may or may not have a thing for Tom Cruise, and Tony definitely has a thing for Mark Wahlberg. My brother Steven.
I mean, GDI means goddamn independent.
I bet it means God damn it.
No, it means I just Urban Dictionary'd it.
I trust God damn it more than I trust Urban Dictionary.
Okay, whatever.
Anyways, my brother Steven is 134% obsessed with Ryan Reynolds. Just so we're all on the same page.
His name is Steve, by the way. He prefers Steve.
I just wanted to clarify which brother it was.
Steve.
Yeah, I didn't want anybody to be confused.
With Steve or Steven?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Erica also sent in his Little League guy here.
This is a Little League coach giving some constructive criticism to his pitchers mostly.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Is it a Little League coach?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, dude. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Holy fuck.
Here we go.
We entered Inception. Okay.
Have some issues over here. All right. So I wish I knew how to make this bigger, but Instagram sucks.
You know how to go to the beginning of the video.
Reload. Oh boy, I broke it.
You sure did, buddy.
Man,
are we recording live?
Oh, we're fucking recording, Pat. We are all the way live. Hot stop and drop it. Whatever the fuck that song goes.
Hot stop and drop it.
Hot stop and drop it. Oh fuck me.
I don't.
What
it's
a
like
day.
a weird mix of
This is why you don't take
Hey, for everybody
2 weeks
listening live, we just finished recording our holiday ad read, which is pretty exciting stuff.
Here's the problem, right? We're gonna miss
but-
part of this because as soon as I open the page, it starts playing. So
That's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say this is the most savage Little League coach ever.
ever, forever.
Have eggs thrown at you for that performance, like brick-shaped eggs that are actually like made of brick. You do know this isn't batting practice and we're actually trying to win a game out here, right? Have you ever thought that you might actually be left-handed? Well, At least your mom still loves you. Well, that sucked with a capital S. And a lot of you. Don't worry, Ryan. Your friends and family are used to disappointment. Dude, you deserve to have.
That's funny. This guy has all kinds of videos out there because I've seen these before, and they're
He's
fucking
amazing.
yeah, they're fucking hilarious. Oh, dude, I'm sitting. Do you want to know what just happened here, Pat?
What's that, bud?
So obviously I put that on a different screen to watch it, right? That's how we do it live on the show here. And
Right.
I'm looking at my screen that shows a mouse, and I'm going to the bottom to try and change the overlay here, and not realizing that the mouse was actually on the other screen. So it's hitting the bottom of the frame and not going to where I wanted to on this screen.
Dear God.
We're having a rough start. Rough start of it all. Anyway,
We're about 34 seconds into the podcast, and so far, nothing good has come of it.
so we've been streaming for 20 minutes, and we're 10 minutes in. So it's rough. It's a rough start.
Yeah, we did finish the holiday ad read, so check
Yeah.
that out on what? YouTube, Facebook. I'm sure we can get it on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll put it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're gonna be running an ad on Facebook. I'll put it at the beginning, the audio part of it at the beginning of the show, for the next few weeks. If Pat, if you want to dabble on it, basically, if you guys are gonna hear it, but we've been talking about it. We're gonna give it back this year. We want to hear stories of people that are in need. We would prefer to do locally, but if you know somebody out in like fucking Idaho or something that needs some help, send it our way. Whatever we can do to help as many people as we can. We're looking to you guys for donations, and whenever it gets donated, obviously 100% of that's going to get put into this as well. And Pat and I are donating the money from the Survivor Pool, all our proceeds that we've gotten from Anchor.fm, our sponsor for the show, and then we're dipping into our own pockets as well. So, you know, I think our goal should be around. What do you think, Pat? Like $2,000?
$2,000 would be I think, a realistic and achievable goal as long as people are willing to donate.
Yeah, as long as people are willing to donate, I think we could hit $2,000. Our goal is to do. I don't know if we've really talked about this much, but I was thinking about we want to do 9 dinners, right, for families in need so that they have a nice Christmas dinner. The
We
problem
want
is,
to do a Christmas presents for some as well.
yes, absolutely. Like, I would like to get one family that really needs, that's just like down and out, needs a lot of help, and they're looking at not having a Christmas. If we could do all the gifts for a family, that'd be fantastic.
For the record, that counts you. If you're listening and you are that person, send us what's going on. We're happy to help.
Yeah, we'll get your story out there, and obviously, once people start hearing stories, they're more apt to help out. But as far as the dinners go for Christmas, I thought a lot because we were going to go buy the food and then hand them out. But with allergies and everything, I think the best thing to do, because we don't want the shit to go to waste either. So I think the best thing to do is get a bunch of like either Stop and Shop or Market 32 gift cards, Aldi gift cards, whatever, and just hand those out to the family so that they can get what they need for their families for Christmas. And hopefully, even I don't give a fuck if they're having a Christmas dinner with it or not. As long as they're getting a dinner or a meal out of it, good for them, and that's what we want to do.
I don't disagree.
We got Rick Washington in the chat.
Oh, Rick Washington.
So I haven't said it yet, but the old man came down with COVID. Hope you're feeling better. And he must be, because he says, I want my money back from the Survivor Pool. Well, you're a real piece of shit. So yeah.
Wow. Rick, I hope you're feeling well. Clearly your mind has not been altered in any way, so that's a plus.
Yeah. Well, so this was inspired by him because of what he said to me when I bought my new truck, that I could be helping more people instead of buying myself fancy trucks. And I said, well, I like fancy trucks, so I'm going to buy a fancy truck, but we can still help people. So thanks for that. And hopefully we can help plenty of people, more than our goal is 9, because obviously it's the number 9, but hopefully it's more than that.
Yeah.
And anything else you got for mail time, Pat?
Nothing else.
All right, let's keep moving. I was hoping the old man would pop on today for the live stream because he wasn't feeling well, so I knew he'd be at home.
Would he not normally be home on a Sunday?
He goes, actually, I think, well, today his new store opened, so he would have been there, but he normally goes
shit.
he normally goes to church while we're doing the show, so he doesn't catch it a lot.
Well, this is basically the same thing. I don't know why you can't just watch the show. I have the body of a god, Buddha.
Dude, did you see that fucking one I sent you with the guy with the nail gun?
Yeah, it was classic.
TikTok, man, changing lives over here. All right, you ready?
Miss Elizabeth put up a crucifix, with Jesus on it in the cat room. And I moved it to the unfinished side of the basement. And she put it in the living room, and I put it in her dresser drawer. And she said, I don't know why you keep putting this in other places. And I said, at least I'm hanging it. And she said, you only hung it once. And I said, and contrary to popular belief, it only took one nail to hang that motherfucker. She did not think that was funny. Oh my God.
It's fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Up. All right. So now we're moving into meme time. We have like 10 memes, but it's all one meme in one. And then we have one other.
Yeah. We have a meme story.
This is who's
the
that?
First meme is a split meme, split horizontally. The top picture is Avril Lavigne from her music video Skater Boy, and she is saying he was a skater boy. The bottom meme is Kyle Rittenhouse, who had gotten hit with a skateboard by a skater in his suit in a courtroom, looking dead at the camera and saying, he was a skater boy. It's fucking ruthless. I love it.
That's fucking funny right there. I don't care who you are.
I think that the thing that we've forgotten, like as a whole, is that no matter what's going on, somewhere inside that thing there is humor. Like no matter what the fuck is going on, there's always going to be something funny about it.
Rick Washington also said, if I could reach the chair over Pat's head, I would smash him. I don't know if that means he wants to have the coitus with you or if he wants to hit you with the chair.
That's hurtful, man. All I did was say, I hope you're feeling well.
All right, so this is a bunch of memes in one. It's is a protein cookie healthier than McDonald's cheeseburger? ?
So this is a personal trainer, a physical fitness enthusiast who's comparing these two things. The first comparison here is, she says, and when they advertise 16 grams of protein, they're referring to the whole cookie. Okay, so now we're comparing a whole cookie to a whole McDonald's cheeseburger. The protein cookie has 420 calories. The McDonald's cheeseburger has 300 calories. There are more calories in a protein cookie than a McDonald's cheeseburger. Tom, do you want to take the next one?
The protein cookie has 12 grams of fat. The McDonald's cheeseburger has 13 grams of fat. So depending on how you look at it,
the same thing.
Yeah, if you're looking for fat intake, the cheeseburger is better.
The protein cookie has 59 grams of carbs. The McDonald's cheeseburger has 32 grams of carbs.
The protein cookie, and that includes the bun. Nobody's having lettuce wrapped around it, aka handheld salads.
Right, yeah, that is the whole thing. Protein. The protein cookie, which is boasted as an excellent source of protein and a healthy alternative, has 16 grams of protein. The McDonald's cheeseburger has 15 grams of protein.
The protein cookie has 25 grams of sugar. The McDonald's cheeseburger only has 7.
Most importantly, though, taste 1,000% the cheeseburger.
Facts. I love cheeseburgers. And the price. The protein cookie is $2.99. McDonald's cheeseburger, $1.69. So basically,
and you don't have to get out of your car.
Yeah. Now, here's the problem, right? If I'm eating that protein cookie, I'm eating one of them, right? If I'm eating a McDonald's cheeseburger, I'm eating at least 3 or 4 of them bitches.
Well, but this isn't really aimed at you and I, because we're not walking out of the gym thinking, man, I need to take protein in, or man, I need to eat something because I didn't work out as hard as I wanted to, or I didn't get up to the weight I wanted to get up to. The point of this is when you're leaving the gym and you got to grab something, it's okay to have a fucking cheeseburger, but we are so filled with nonsense from, I don't want to say media, but advertising, I guess, that we're under the impression that a protein cookie is a healthy alternative to whatever it is we could be eating, when really lots of parts of that protein cookie are significantly worse than just having a fucking cheeseburger and calling it a day.
Facts. I had something else. Oh, so we're talking about McDonald's, right? And
Yeah.
you've heard the story about Griff back in the day, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So he so now you guys have seen Griff on the show. He's lost a shit ton of weight. He looks fantastic. Not self-conscious about weight at all, but he was having a rough day the other day, and he told me that he went to McDonald's and had an old Ryan moment. So I think he had
Yes.
I think he said he had something like 5 sandwiches, 2 fries, and some nuggets. So my follow-up question was, what do you think it was, Pat?
How many drinks did you order?
He only ordered 1 drink.
Really?
Yeah, because now he's thin, so he's like not self-conscious about them thinking that he's eating it all, so he doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, yeah, fuck it, I had 1 drink.
Okay, we talked about that probably 100 episodes ago, but Griff used to go through the drive-thru and he would order multiple combo meals with multiple drinks so that the people working at McDonald's wouldn't judge him and they would assume that it was for multiple people.
I love it. I love it. Good for him.
Uh,
All right, Pat. So we got meme time out of the way. What else we got here? Let me pull up this. So we're gonna go. Oh, well, I skipped a part. So we'll do our Thanksgiving recap. Just
okay,
hold on
Thanksgiving recap it is.
All right, hold on 1 second. Man, I've got to tell you guys, if you guys are looking to start a new podcast, definitely go check out Anchor.fm. So easy to use to upload a podcast with them and create one. It's fantastic. But anyway, moving on. Like I said, Thanksgiving recap. What you got going on, Pat?
The first thing I want to talk about is, and we're not going to go long form on football. I just want to point this out. How even the playing field is this season. There's no undefeated teams. There's no fully defeated teams. Nobody has 9 wins.
No.
This is crazy.
So at the end of the show, or later in the show, we're going to do more on football. But yeah, man, I'm loving it. Like, it's really fucked up my betting, though. You know what I mean? That's no bueno. But
yeah.
It's been a great year.
The only perfect records there are is the Patriots are undefeated away. They're 5-0 at away games. Other than that, everybody has won and lost at home, except there's also the Jaguars are 0-4 away. But that's it. For the NFL, there's always a couple just absolute powerhouses that you kind of go, all right, well, they're going to play in a championship game or they're going to play in the Super Bowl. This year, you might as well flip a fucking coin.
So real quick, based off what you've seen so far, what's your opinion on the best 2 NFC teams and the best 2 AFC teams?
Oh boy. Man.
Despite the records, like, who do you think, like, right now has the biggest momentum to push?
Oh, hold on, I lied. I was only looking at the AFC. The Cardinals and the Packers have 9 wins. Both the Packers and the Buccaneers are 5-0 at home, and the Cardinals are 6-0 away. Okay. But still, that doesn't change the argument. The 2 best NFC teams. Oh man, I'm gonna go Cardinals Cowboys if the Cowboys keep playing.
What?
Yep.
That's a fucking hot take.
If you think for 1 second I'm picking the Packers, you're out of your mind. Yeah, I could replace the Cowboys with the Buccaneers.
What?
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot. Your
Hope
hate
Aaron
for
Rodgers, hope Aaron Rodgers rolls his fucking ankle and breaks it in half. Can never play again.
Well, hopefully he doesn't have any problems with that COVID toe. Did you see what he did with the COVID toe?
No.
So he does Tuesdays. Every Tuesday he does an hour on Pat McAfee show, and they talk to him about stuff. So right while he was out with COVID, he hurt his toe. He broke his pinky toe. But he wasn't revealing what had actually happened. He just kept saying, "I'm having a foot problem," blah blah blah, and so it came out that Pat was jazzing him and shit and said, "Oh, what do you got? Some COVID toe?" So he had a press conference the next day, and they started because he jokingly said, "Yeah, it's COVID toe." Now, I guess there's really a thing out there called COVID toe. Like something happens to your feet when you get COVID, and
Would not have guessed that.
Like
diabetes?
it's like so rare that not a lot of people know about it. But they lit him up in this press conference. So this guy, Aaron Rodgers, is fucking classy, dude. He whips out his fucking toe and shows it to the camera and shows that it's a broken pinky toe, right? And now it's his Twitter avatar, the picture of his foot, dude. That's amazing. Dude, he embraces shit. So he's so fucking funny. But yeah, so that was pretty funny. Okay, so you got the Cowboys and the Cardinals, which is the hottest take ever. Who do you got in the AFC? Don't think too hard about this, Pat. What's crazy is you're looking at a list of teams right now with their records. Like, I got them right off the cuffs. Like, I know.
I'm going to go. This one's tougher.
Is it?
I'm going to go Patriots.
I like that one.
Man, I hate to do this. I'm going to go Bills.
You think the Bills?
I think the Bills' defense makes them better than the other defenses, yeah.
All right, so not a hot take. I'm going to take the Packers and probably the Cardinals for the top two in the NFC. The Cardinals, though, are we'll see today how they play.
I don't see the Cardinals going the long haul. I do think so far they have played better than anybody else in the NFC. I don't think they're going to hold on.
No, and you want to know what's crazy is the Rams were, they're fucking going. They're making all these moves. They signed Odell Beckham and they signed Von Miller, and they're doing all this shit, and they fucking suck. All of a sudden, they fucking suck. Yeah. So
the problem with being that hot and making changes is, what if you lose what you had? And it seems like they have.
Well, but they also lost when they're as soon as they signed OBJ there. I forget his is it Keenan Allen? I don't know if it was Keenan, but one of the receivers, one of the top receivers for the Rams is out for the season. He fucking tore his ACL or some shit. So
yeah,
that's not helping them either. So, but anyway, so I got the Cardinals and Green Bay on the NFC side, and I have the Patriots and probably Kansas City in the top for the AFC.
Because Kansas City has turned it around. I do think Kansas City is going to make it better than it looks now.
All right, so we'll get more into this later in the show. But what else you got there, Pat? What else did you do for? We got that. What's you went to the UNC game with some guy?
Yeah. So, listen, I went with my brother Tony and some of our friends from high school, Steve-O and Johnny Blaze. So Johnny Blaze, he's baked out of his mind. Okay, he's super baked.
Hence the name Blaze.
He's going through some shit. He's got a lot going on in his personal life, which he spoke to me at length about in the car ride. Unsolicited information. Anyways, when we're at the casino, I turn and I see, holy shit, Liz's grandfather and aunt are here. Not aunt, great aunt. But so I go over, I shake her grandfather's hand, I hug her great aunt, I turn to the people that I'm with, all three of them, and I introduce everybody. I say, this is Papa, this is Aunt What's-Her-Face, I don't want to say her name. And then I say, this is my brother Tony, this is Steve-O, this is John Blaze, we went to high school together, we're here to see the UNC game. We got a doubleheader, we're watching UNC play a game, we're watching Tennessee Villanova. So Everybody introduces everybody. They all shake hands, and they say, "So you guys are headed to the arena?" And I said, "Yeah, but we don't really know where it is. We're kind of walking in circles here." And they said, "No problem. We're headed that way." So we walk with them, talking with them the whole time, full conversation, talking about Miss Elizabeth. We're talking about Thanksgiving. We're talking about all kinds of stuff. And then they go into a store and they say the arena's right there. It's 3 feet away. We can clearly see it. And as soon as they're out of earshot, John Blaze comes up to me and he goes, "Pat, how are you always so comfortable with strangers?" And I'm like, "Bro, I introduced you to them." And he's like, "Yeah, who the fuck is Lisa?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, bro." I'm like, "It was Liz's grandfather and fucking great aunt." And he's like, "Oh, that makes more sense." This dude was baked out of his fucking mind, Tom. He thought that I just walked up to this woman, hugged her, and asked her for directions to the fucking basketball game.
I was really hoping that this story was going to end with it wasn't really her grandfather and great aunt. That would have made this story 100 times better.
That would have been pretty fucking funny. I don't know how I would have mistaken them.
Shit happens, bro. Doppelgangers.
Now, did we talk about that casino trip at all?
You text me from it. I told you to do some like man in the street shit there and take videos, and you never did. So
yeah, they weren't the most helpful bunch. We did. They wanted to play some games, and I was like, "Well, that's easy because I can stand next to my brother and not gamble because I'm not like I really really like to gamble. The last thing I need to do is start doing more of it." So they pick this Wheel of Fortune game. It's a slot machine game. We all throw in, I think, $15, maybe $20. So we have $60 or $80. We blow through all but 20 of it. Nobody wins shit. And they're like, "Fuck this. Let's go play a real game." So they're like, "Let's play blackjack." And I'm like, statistically, blackjack has the best odds. But we're looking at like $15 a hand, guys. Like, there's no cheap games.
yeah,
And that's really just me saying, I don't want to play. I'll still stand there and watch. I don't give a fuck. So somehow, from me saying I don't want to be the one that plays, it turns into, "Okay, well, what game do you want to play?" And I'm like, "If we were going to play a game, somebody should sit down at a roulette table. The rest of us can stand around them. We're good." And they're like, "Cool." So we walk over to roulette. Somehow I end up the guy that's sitting down because nobody knows the rules of roulette, which is a very simple game. I was shocked.
it's very
And
simple.
I don't
you
want
put your
to sit down.
chips on the number. That's pretty much it. That's how that goes.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
they
and
spin the
they're like-
wheel, and if it lands on there, you win.
And they're like, "Let's just go to roulette because it's 50-50. We'll just bet red or black." And I'm like, "It's not 50-50 because there's 2 greens. The 0 and the 00 are both green. So it's less than 50-50. And they're like,
It's like
no,
48.
it's 50-50. And I'm like, "No, it's math. Like, it's super duper simple to figure this out." So I explain it. They sit me down because they want me to be the one who is at the table. I'm sweating. When I say I'm sweating, I'm soaked. My shirt's soaked. My hat's soaked because I do not want to be responsible for 4 people's money. I didn't even want to bet my own money. So everybody throws in money and I go up immediately. I just start every spin I'm making money. So we're up a couple $100. We walk away because every time I won money, I said, let's stop. And they kept going, no, one more. So I just stood up. I said, "Can I just cash this in?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, just take the chips. You can cash it in or you can play them later." So I'm like, "Okay." So I take the chips, I put them in my pocket. We go watch a couple basketball games. They're like, "Hey, let's go play roulette before we leave." And I'm like, "I'd really rather not. Like, we've paid for our day with what we have for the most part. We got free dinner." So they're like, no, fuck it. So one of the numbers I always play is 24. But I put money on the corner, so I'm betting 4 numbers at a time.
Yeah.
So I'm big on 13, 24, 17, 66. Those are the numbers that I'm making contact with in one way or another. And if anybody else has a number, I'm happy to play it.
66 isn't a number on a roulette board.
Oh, no. Okay. But 66, those are my 4 numbers in general, like in any game, right?
Okay.
So somehow we sit down, I put some money down. I don't put money on 24. The first spin, boom, 24. So I'm
That's
like,
a
fuck
sign,
yeah.
bro. Get up.
Huh?
That's a sign that you have money on it. Get the fuck up.
Yeah. I'm all excited. I'm like, yes. And they're like, "Nah, man, you didn't put money on 24. I'm like, fuck, I messed up, man. My bad. So one of them, I don't remember which one, but he's like, "Fuck it, dude. let's do everything on red. It's 50-50. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, do we need to revisit the 50-50 thing? Because it is not fucking 50-50. And they're like, no, let's just, it'll be faster. Just, double or nothing. And I'm like, all right, red or black, guys, because it's not 50-50. So we put everything we have on red. And sure enough, Tom, what are the odds? It hit 0. It was a green. And I turned to the three of them and I was like, anybody want to tell me which part of the 50 that was? And they were like, oh, fuck, man. I was like, you pieces of shit, man.
See, so
We
this
walked away
is
with nothing.
So if you're going to do that, right? I always play. So like, say you put 200 on black, right? I would put $6 and split the greens because you're gonna, or I would put like, it had to be like $12 or something. No, 6. Yes, $12. If you put $12 on the greens and split them, you're covering that $200 bet. And it's not, you know what I mean? You still have a chance to walk away with nothing, right? Because it's 50-50. But
Right.
at least you're covering that bet versus not covering the fucking bet and losing everything, which you can still do.
And I don't know what it, when you put money on 4 numbers, like on the corner of 4 numbers, it pays 4 or 5 to 1, right?
It pays 6 to 1.
Okay. So they were $25 minimums and I was playing with $5 chips. So I was betting 25, but I was betting 5 on corners. So I was covering 20 numbers. You know what I mean? Like it was going very, very well.
Yeah, and that $5 probably wins you. Well, it's gonna win you over. Well, it's like 18 if it hits. It's probably 18 and then a quarter. It's paying like $20 if you hit a number. You know what I mean? That you're playing. If you're playing 4 numbers with a $5
well,
chip
no, if
on
it's
a
6 to 1, it's paying 30.
Well,
because I've got a $5 chip on it.
Yeah, 36 divided by 4 is 6. Oh, no, it's 9. Actually pays 9 to 1.
Okay, well then that makes more sense because I was going up pretty quick. Either way, we could have slow and steady won the race, but we decided to be reckless. I knew it was going to happen. That's why I didn't want to sit down. I saw it from the beginning. I was freezing cold because I was sweating.
So
it was awful.
So it's 9 to 1, but your bet is really a dollar, is $1.25 when you're playing at $5 on a corner. So it really wins you 10 and some change. 10.25. You know what I mean? Plus your $1.25 back, so you walk away with 11 or $12, something like that.
And that would be on
a 4-corner bet.
Yeah.
So, you want to hear a funny story?
What's that?
Roulette corners pay 8 to 1. Old man says.
Okay.
He is a roulette master.
I assume I was using the right strategy. I mean,
How does
that's
it
the only
pay
way I've
8
ever
to...
won money at roulette.
No, it's got to be 9 to
way.
1. It's got to be 9 to 1 because there's 36 numbers. If you play $1 on a number,
forgetting that the house never loses.
Yeah, but if you bet $1 on a number, it's 36 to 1. So if you split that in 4 corners, it pays 9 to 1. 9 divided by 4 is whatever.
Logic.
It pays 8 or 9 to 1. But anyway,
yeah.
So I'm on my lunch the other day, right? And I'm a little bored, so I bust out the old FanDuel app, and I'm gonna play some roulette. And I've been a little I've had some luck with the roulette, but you know how there's the European roulette and then there's American roulette. American roulette has 2 zeros. Erica says 36 plus 0 and 0. It doesn't pay like that, Erica. Anyway, so all the ones on the FanDuel app up until recently were all the European, so you only get one number, which changes the wheel entirely. You know what I mean? So I've played, but I see, bam, they got an American roulette. Let's go, dude. I'm gonna play some of this. So I'm playing on it. I lose like $50, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm done. And I said, but then that itch is still going, right? So I'm like, let me log into the other one. So I log in, and it shows me like every time you log in, it shows what your previous run was, like what the numbers were hitting. But I can't tell if they're going from the bottom up or from the top down. right? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna put a 5-piece on 0. It fucking hit 0, dude. $180. Fuck yeah. So I'm fucking talking about.
Nice.
I was pumped.
That's excellent.
Yeah, so I played a little bit more and I was like, fuck this, I'm walking away. And that gave me money to bet with all day yesterday and today. So anyway. How was your Thanksgiving, Pat?
We had a great Thanksgiving. We went down to Virginia. We had good food. We had good company. I was down with Steve's family, the kids. My mom went. Tony went with his daughter. We had a good time. The weather was fucking gorgeous the whole time. Hilarity ensued as any Gallagher travel always has significant warning signs all over it. Like, just if you're gonna get in a car with me and drive more than an hour and a half, you might as well just wave a fucking white flag because it's a bad play. We get in the car. Steve had asked me if I could help him tile around a fireplace. And I felt confident using, the corner pieces and everything that you and I had used on the floor that I could help him out. About halfway down, I said, hey, I don't remember which floor are we tiling. And he said, it wasn't a floor, it was around the fireplaces, but we're not doing that. This motherfucker blows a line behind his washing machine that unfortunately had been leaking for a really long time and we didn't know about. So everything under his sink, behind his behind his dishwasher, everything was fucking ruined. So for the couple days before my mother and Tony got down, we had his kitchen ripped apart and a plumber was in there just cutting everything out. They replaced fucking everything to put a brand new dishwasher in. So I didn't have to do any tile work, but it was an exciting start to our Thanksgiving. While we were down there, we went to a cat cafe, Tom. Have you heard of these things?
No. It sounds
This is a real
awful.
thing, Tom. I got a shirt to prove it. I bought a shirt. Miss Elizabeth bought a shirt as well. So you go in, and in the center, you can get lunch, coffee, bottled water, very simple stuff. It was like reheated food. It was, like a gas station almost. But on the left side, there's a room with adult cats that like to cuddle. There's a room on the right with kittens that like to cuddle. So we were just, Miss Elizabeth and I are like Ace Ventura, just covered in fucking pets, rolling around, loving this place. It was so much fucking fun. All the cats are available for adoption. We wanted to adopt them all. We went with 0 instead of 30. But the place was fucking sweet. And now I kind of want to open a cat cafe.
Nice.
That's all you got for me, huh? Nice. I really expected you to have some fucking fire thrown at me for this.
It sounds awful, Pat. It sounds fucking awful. The fact that there's a place like this making money off idiots like you is, America, baby. Free enterprise. That's
It's wonderful.
I'm so happy that they're capitalizing off idiots like you. A quick Google search, because the old man said there are 38 numbers on the wheel. I agree with that. And they sure shit do pay out 38 to 1 or 8 to 1, which I don't understand, because if you put $1 on 36 and it hits 36, it pays out 36 to 1. So I don't get it, but whatever. But
Go ahead.
No, it's all sound logic to me.
We also went to the Virginia Zoo where they had a baby rhino. If you ever get the chance to see a baby rhino up close, you go ahead and take that chance. The fucking thing was awesome. We also saw, I was probably about, 18 inches of glass away from a lion who was just like looking at me and licking his paws, which was the closest I've ever been to a lion. It was awesome. And we saw a Bengal tiger, strutting his stuff.
So if you ever go to Disney, which I know is on your list with Miss Elizabeth there,
there's a plan in place.
When you go to Animal Kingdom, they have a safari and they have a bunch of stuff like that. Now, when we went this last April, we couldn't do it because it was raining, and we ended up leaving the park early. But that's actually one of my favorite things to do down there, was that safari ride, because you get to see all those exotic animals. And
awesome.
and it's almost like, obviously they're in captivity, but they make it like their normalcy more than
like they're in their home environment.
Yeah, more so than they do in a zoo. I think it's a little bit more open. we had my sister over for Thanksgiving, with her 2 daughters and her in-laws. Pretty quiet day. Watched a lot of football. The Cowboys were playing the Raiders. My sister's a Cowboys fan. My brother is a Raiders fan, so they were texting, talking shit to each other. And luckily, the Raiders came out on top of that one because the Cowboys suck. So it was all in all a pretty quiet day. Colin went up to Massachusetts on Friday, and I literally, Pat, when I tell you I grinded probably 36 hours straight of Call of Duty. Like,
Oh my
between
god.
between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Wednesday night, I got on and realized that it was double XP weekend because they usually do that around a holiday, and they'll do, they'll do double XP from Wednesday to Sunday for all the little kids at home. So I logged in. I was a level 250. And I said jokingly to T-Dog, who I work with, who I was playing with, watch, by Sunday I'll be level 400. So whatever, I'm playing, I hit level 300, I hit level 320, it's like Saturday, and I'm like, fuck, man, I have a chance to actually do this. So Sunday,
Oh my god.
Sunday around 9:30, I played my last game, I hit level 400. And I fucking did it. In 3 days, I went 150 levels. I was just...
This is why I don't play online with you guys anymore, because it's all anybody ever wanted to do when we were doing it. Like,
well, I could tell you
would
that, like I play with Mason, and Mason's very much like you. Like, he plays and he's like, all right, I'm done, which drives me fucking bananas because he pushes so hard that he wants to be this gaming streamer. And like borderline, you have to be addicted to gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, being tired isn't an excuse to stop gaming.
well, the dude has a toddler and an infant.
He was like that before he had the fucking toddler and the infant. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, no, I'm still
not-
on his side. I like video games.
Yeah,
right
but you're
when I like
also
video
not
games.
sitting
as
here
soon as
saying,
I'm tired of it, it's off.
yeah, but you're also not sitting here saying I want to be a streamer. You know what I mean? Like you borderline have to be addicted. You have to put in a lot of time. And like, I'm not knocking what he does. He streams for 2.5 hours sometimes. I think he did like a 4-hour stream a few weeks back. Like, okay. But like, these guys fucking grind. You know what I mean? It's all they do. And he just doesn't have that. He, like last night we played and he's like, oh, all right, 9:30, I'm tired, I gotta go to bed. I'm like, motherfucker, you're off tomorrow. Like, do your thing. And he's like, no, so I stayed on till like 11:30 and he was off. And I was like, fuck it. But, so I also leveled out all my guns. I have one AR left that I have to finish maxing out its level, and then I've max leveled all my ARs and all my SMGs.
That's excellent. I have not played a video game. I don't know how long it's been. That's not true. I played down in Virginia. One of Steven's kids has an Xbox, and I played a game with them. But we played like 3 innings of baseball, so I didn't play a full game.
Jeez.
Tom, we mentioned a house fire before I left. Okay, so I leave Connecticut on a Saturday morning. Thursday, I get a text from Miss Elizabeth. I'm at work, and she says, hey, TV stopped working. I said, okay, I don't know. Unplug it, plug it back in, fucking try that. Nothing. All right, plug something into that outlet. Nothing. So, okay, well, then it's the outlet. Go downstairs, check the breaker, flip it, call it a day. She says, there's no breaker tripped. So I said, well, she's silly. Of course there's a breaker tripped. So I say, I'll fix it when I get home. Just watch TV in the bedroom. I go home. There's no breaker tripped. So I trip a bunch of breakers, just trying to see if I can make anything happen. Nothing. So I call my buddy Decker. Decker's been an electrician for 100 years. So I assume he can help me over the phone. And I tell him what's going on. And he's like, that's weird. I'm like, any chance I just have a bad breaker, bro? And he's like, extremely rare. Probably not a bad breaker. I'm like, oh, I don't know. We got fucking 5 pets and me and Miss Elizabeth. Any chance we just knock something loose? And he's like, a loose wire would be even more rare. I'm like, oh, well, fuck, man. I don't know. He's like, I'll tell you what. I'll stop by tomorrow. I'm like, cool. Perfect. So he comes over. He's looking through the house. We're in the unfinished side of my basement. He says, hey, who finished your basement? I said, the previous homeowner. I know that because the guy across the street told me. So he's like, here's the thing, man. this is why I have a fucking problem with homeowners working on electrical. This guy buried junction boxes. I'm like, I don't really know what that means. So he explains to me what a junction box is, which is just, like 2 lines of power. It's a more of a stopping point to get power through the whole.
Yeah, it's a meeting point.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, that I could see why that sounds very dangerous and illegal. He's like, yeah, because you need access, man. If you bury junction boxes, you can't fix a fucking problem. But more importantly, if the problem's dangerous, you can't access the problem. I'm like, okay, so this motherfucker with like 20 years experience, Mr. Decker, he makes a couple measurements on the unfinished side of my basement. And he's like, Pat, there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is we're doing demo today. The good news is I'm really fucking good at what I do, so it's not going to be that much demo. So already I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be expensive. I just fucking finished the floor. Like the floor got destroyed. I waited forever to finish the floor. Then I finish it. Then we need to do demo. Like perfect timing. And I'm going on vacation the next day. So why would this not happen? So Decker walks over after measuring the unfinished side of the basement with a fucking drywall knife, jabs it into my ceiling, and just starts cutting. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting a new ceiling out of this. This is awful. He cuts a 6x6 hole that's almost a perfect square. And when he takes that piece of drywall out, he is dead fucking center on a junction box. And I'm like, holy shit. How'd you know it was there? And he was like, well, the power can only go a couple different places if you need to get it to where it needs to go. So I'm like, holy shit, man, that's incredible. He's like, well, there's one more because this junction box has a wire coming out of it. So we'll get to that. And he did. Like that one he cut again with precision. I don't understand how he did it. He did not take measurements on the finished side of the fucking basement. It was remarkable. But anyways, he twists the cover off. And what we see is basically the whole thing is black, which is supposed to be silver. It has clearly caught on fire. Thank God the dude who owned this house before me was such a fucking idiot that he didn't. I swear, I don't even know how this could be possible, because even I, who am not willing to do electrical because I don't know enough, knew more than this. You know how you take pliers and you twist 2 wires together and then you snip it a little bit and then you take a wire nut and you twist them all the way?
I typically don't do that. What I do is I just make sure that they're short and the wire nut actually has things in there that twist them together.
Yes, to twist it. Okay.
Yeah.
So he was explaining that 80% of professionals do a pre-twist before the final twist, but I get what you're saying. You're the 20%, and you're not a professional who don't pre-twist. This guy took 2 wires, pushed them against each other, and pushed them into the wire nut. There was no twisting involved. Nothing was twisted together. These wires look brand new, except for the fact that everything has melted. The entire thing it was clearly on fire. And luckily he did such a shit job that when it started to catch fire, everything fell apart because nothing was twisted together. So there was no continuous source of electricity. As soon as the plastic wire nut melted, the wires came apart. Thank fucking God, because otherwise I got 4 cats and a dog and Miss Elizabeth sitting about 3 feet on top of this box. I mean, it's directly under them. So nice. Yeah, Decker's pissed. He's like, this is fucking bullshit. This is why fucking people shouldn't work on electrical, blah, 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 blah. I've never seen Decker anything other than level. I've never seen him get emotional about anything.
Tell Decker not to come to my house.
He's like, we got to go upstairs and check a couple outlets because you have all 3-prong outlets. I'm wondering if this guy changed them from 2 to 3 on his own, because if he's willing to finish the basement electrical, I bet he did the other electrical in the house. So he opens up the first outlet, he reaches in, he grabs the ground wire and just pulls it off. And he's like, see that? That should be secure. And I'm like, oh, this is so bad. So he reaches into the second one and there's multiple wires under the same, like the bolts on the side that you run, the
ground wire too. Yeah. Oh no, on the sides,
the live wires. Yeah.
Yeah. You're hot and you're neutral. Yep.
Right. So they're doubled up. It's just everything's a mess. And he's like, well, Pat, here's the thing. We're redoing all of your electrical. Luckily this is free. Like I could add different styles of outlets if I want to. I could put USB ports in them and stuff. But as it were, we're just going to take everything apart and put it together properly. But we're going to do it after vacation. We're just going to shut the power to that one line, which ended up being like the living room and the bedroom. So me and Miss Elizabeth were just fine. We had one night and then we came home and then Decker helped me put it all back together. But what a fucking nightmare. What a
Yeah.
fucking nightmare this was, or could have been. I mean, this guy legitimately could have killed somebody because he's a fucking asshole and decided not to pay somebody.
What I'm surprised about, right? And like, I don't know how, because I didn't have to have my house inspected. But I'm surprised that wasn't found in a house inspection.
It took Decker fucking 45 minutes to figure out what he troubleshot everything that could have been other than buried junction boxes. The problem is, how would you inspect them? You don't know that they exist.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, I get you. I'm just saying I'm surprised. Like, I don't, like I said, I don't know how in depth home inspections go. I've never had to have one done. So
I felt like my first home inspection for the other house that I had was far more in depth than this one. This one was pretty quick and painless. My first one, the guy wanted me to fix the chipped and peeling paint on the shed. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's not a living space. He's like, doesn't matter. Like,
that's
"All
because
right,
that's part of
fuck
the,
you."
because you probably got an FHA loan. And
Oh,
with
that's
the
exactly what it was.
Yeah, and with the FHA loans, they're fucking weird with certain things that you got to have done before you can go forward. So, Pat, we're at the 1 hour mark. It's up to you what you want to do. We can cut the podcast here and start a new episode, and we'll release 2 episodes tomorrow, or it's totally up to you.
Let's do it. Let's you set these things up for when they release. Release what we've got on Monday, and let's give them more on Tuesday. Fuck them. I think it's a great idea.
All right. So, for now, Pat?
I say, good day.
So, Pat, what we're going to do then is we're going to stop the stream, and we're going to start a new stream as well. So we have 2 different
Okay.
episodes. Hey, if you're watching along, YouTube, Twitch, stick around. We're going to end the stream real quick, and we'll come back with another episode.